prayer, the first thing you do is to seek the protection of the one that you are standing before him by saying, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge with Allah from shaitan, from Satan, the one who will try to distract you in your prayer. So you seek the protection of Allah from Satan, who will try to distract you in your prayer. Like a baby who was lost, and then all of a sudden he found his mom. He runs towards his mom. Mom, protect me. For Allah is the highest example. When you are before Allah, when you are standing between the hands of Allah, think about the protection that he can provide for you and ask him to protect you like that. And then any meeting starts with a greeting. And of course, the lower party, the smaller party, the weaker party greets the higher party, the greater party, the bigger party. So you will be greeting Allah by what we call dua al-istiftah, a dua or an invocation that we do in the beginning of the salah, that you start with it your salah. وَجَّهْتُ وَجْهِيَ لِلَّذِي فَطَرَ السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. I directed my face towards the one that created the heavens and the earth. وَشَقَّ سَمْعِي وَبَصَرِي. And he created my vision and my hearing. So you start by greeting Allah. You ask the refuge and the protection of Allah from Satan. And then you start by the name of who? Should we start in the name of the Queen, like they do in England? Or should we start by in the name of Bism al-Sha'b, like they do in some parliaments? No, we start in the name of the one whom in his presence all people are equal. The rich and the poor, the governor and the governed. All people are equal in his presence. You start in the name of Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. And then you start reading and reciting the Fatiha. The Fatiha, or the opening chapter, is a very important one. And you have to recite it with reflection on its meanings. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praises be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Just contemplate on those meanings. All praises be to Allah. For what? For all the bounties that He gave us. All the gifts that He gave us. What's the biggest gift? The biggest gift is Islam. And of course you will tell me that if I'm talking to some Christians and you ask them what's the biggest gift, they will say the biggest gift is Christianity. And if you're talking to Jews, they will say the biggest gift is Judaism. Actually, the biggest gift is Islam, because Allah created in this world different types of creatures. Allah created non-living objects like water, soil. And Allah created a higher rank creature, which is plants. And Allah created a higher rank creature than plants, and this is animals. And Allah created a higher rank creature than animals, and this is the human being. Allah made the system in this world like that. Every creature will be in the service of the higher rank creatures, not the opposite. So you find that water and soil are serving plants, and they serve animals, and they serve us. Plants serve animals. Animals don't serve plants. Animals eat plants. Plants serve us. Animals serve us, serve human beings. We ride the animals, we drink the milk of the animals, we eat the meat of the animals, we wear the leather of the animals, and we are the servants of Allah. So only Islam puts you in your real rank, on the top of the pyramid of creation, a human being, the Khalifa, the trustee of God on earth, the one who will be applying the law of God, protecting justice, spreading justice, establishing justice, and protecting it. So Islam puts you in your rear rank. But if I were, God forbids, to worship another human being, I have to go one rank down to worship another human being. If I were to worship an animal, God forbid, I have to go two ranks down to be even below animals to worship animals. And don't be surprised, more than 1 billion people in this world worship animals. Only Islam puts you in your rear rank as servant of God, as servant of Allah. So when you say all praises, remember all the bounties of God, all the gifts of God. And number one is the gift of Islam, of being Muslim, that you were born a Muslim or that you were guided to accept Islam. All praises be to Allah, the Lord. Didn't say the God, the Lord, Rabb, Rabbil Alameen. The word Rabb gives the sense of nurturing, taking care of. So he is the one who takes care of and provides for. Al-Alameen means the worlds. The world of animals, the world of human beings, the world of jinn, the world of angels, the world. Allah simultaneously takes care of all the creation, all the worlds. All praises be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most gracious, most merciful. And actually, one of the bounties of Allah and one of the gifts of Allah that you have to thank Allah for is choosing those two names to be in Al-Fatiha, in the opening chapter. Because Allah has 99 names. He could have chosen two other names, like the Compeller, the Avenger, Al-Jabbar Al-Muntaqim. Can you imagine? The Fatiha could have been like that. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Al-Jabbar Al-Muntaqim, the Compeller, the Avenger. But no, Allah is forcing you to remember every single day, at least 17 times, in your 17 rak'ah, in your 5 prayers, that He is the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Those are two names that come from the same root, Rahma, which means mercy. Allah is obligating on you to remember His mercy 17 times at least every single day. And He repeated the root of the word, mercy, Rahama. Why? It could have been like that. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman, or Ar-Rahim, but no, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, most gracious, most merciful, because you have to remember that if you repeat falling into sins, His mercy is also recurrent. You will always be accepted. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So one of the gifts of Allah is choosing those two names to be in Al-Fatiha, that you have to remember every single day that He is Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, for all His gifts. Number one, Islam. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. And this is also another gift that was given to us. Yeah, He is Rahman Rahim. He is most merciful. But don't rely on that, because He is also Malik Yawmiddin, because He is also the King of the Day of Judgment. There is a Day of Judgment, there is paradise, and there is hellfire, and there is accountability. Everything that you do and you say is recorded in video, audio, video, and you will see this in your records on the Day of Judgment. So, don't rely on His mercy alone. You also have to do the good work. You also have to be well behaved. You have to treat people with justice. You have to treat people nicely, like you want people to treat you. Maliki Yawmiddin. So I'm remembering accountability. I'm remembering that hard day, which will be 50,000 days, 50,000 years long, with the sun very close to the heads, and people are drowning in their sweat. People are sweating, and some people, their sweat will be up to their knees, some people up to their chest, some people will be drowning in the sweat, except those who will be in the shade. And there is no one in the shade except those who will be chosen by Allah to be kept in a comfortable place in the shade. Wish to be one of them. And those are 7 types of people. You can go and Google them and read about them. or you can go to onislam.net and read about them.